Beautiful souls, it's AMA Wednesday and we are back for another session of Ask Maitreya Anything. Now if you would like to take part in these AMA Wednesday sessions, all you got to do is submit one question in the comment section of the latest AMA Wednesday video, where we will pick that up and answer it for you during our next session. If you are a regular and you tune in to our transmissions, remember to subscribe to the channel because it helps us tremendously to get these transmissions out to more beautiful souls like yourselves. And with that being said, let's get started. Our very first question is, I have been curious about what past lifetime of mine is of significance in this current lifetime, and also if I have a galactic family that I may be connected to. Let's see what we have here for you, Fatima. Let's just see what we have for you. She has been in a church, she has been in a church, she has been in a church, she has been involved in religious activities. Okay, so one of your past lifetimes, Fatima, is engagement in religious activities. And here you can see you are clothed in some kind of, let's say, it's a very significant attire. It's a very significant form of dress. And here we can see that you are in a role of nursing, caretaking. You are caretaking in this role. And as you were receiving patients, people that were wounded, they were hurt and they were injured, they were coming to you for this care. Let's just see if there's anything else here for you of significance that would help you in your current lifetime. Okay, so this role greatly impacted your stomach, the energy in your stomach. There is, just give us a moment. Yes, there is a nurturing and a cradling of infants here, and there was great loss that wasn't processed in this particular lifetime. The vibrations that are coming through are very emotional. They have yet been cleared, they have yet been cleansed. Thank you so much. So this is a great question, you see, because there are past lives and there are many that still affect the human being in their current lives. So this particular one for you, Fatima, and I'm not surprised that you asked this question, because there is a part of you, there must be a part of you that knew. So in your stomach, there must be a grieving, because you didn't have the understanding, the consciousness to grieve during that lifetime, and it was all a shock for your body. Now, as you are listening here, what would be helpful is for you to place one of your dominant hands, the palm of your hands, on your navel, and ever so gently just massage this in a clockwise direction. And from this place, just rest it completely still and just see if you can sit here with us. Just keep your stomach relaxed. Keep your stomach relaxed. This goes all the way up to your heart. You see, your heart is still carrying pain from this time of significant loss. Not only for other people, but you had to endure your own loss. Yes. So just notice and feel for any visuals that may come up for you, and listen and feel for in your own body any energy, any emotions. Let them come through. Let them come through. You see, this past lifetime was very restrictive, and you had to follow certain protocols that went against your heart. And this is a very heavy burden for anyone in this role. And this burden, this energy that is still being carried on your heart, doesn't quite allow you to feel fully unrestricted in this lifetime. So, some care around this energy in your stomach and also in your heart space. And let's just see if you have any family, any galactic family that you may be connected to. Very quickly. There they are. Okay, so there is a star system here for you. There's a lot of energy here. And they are showing me the words Pleiades. So you can search for this word and become familiar with this star system. Okay, because you have, it's not just your family is here, but this is a big part of your home. This is where you return to often once you leave Earth and other dimensions, that which you travel to. You often return. It's your base, there you go. You return to the Pleiades. All right, and we thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bless me. I feel I'm isolating too and feel very lonely myself. My spouse doesn't understand why I feel this way, and I don't really have any friends to talk to. Anything you may want or need me to know, I give permission. Let's see here for you, Terry. Let's just see what's coming in. You got a very nice, very gentle, cooling energy. I would feel very safe in your company. Now, why is this coming through? Why is this important to share with you? Because this isolation of yours, this loneliness of yours is connected to fear. This fear of going out into the world. And we understand why this has become so in your life. But it's not important for us to go into that in today's transmission for you. The message is to show yourself. The message is to get out there. Isn't that interesting, Terry? Sometimes, more often than not, we are preparing for messages that are either heavy, burdensome. There's nothing wrong with that. We are here to clear those, to heal those, and to allow for energy to move through. However, the energy that is with us now, my goodness, it feels very light. And that is coming from you. You've mentioned that your spouse doesn't understand why you feel this way. You don't really have any friends to talk to. So if there's anything to take away from this transmission today, Terry, it is to start, when you look in the mirror, see if you can hold your gaze for a little bit longer than you normally do. You see, you got this wonderful energy field. I feel like laughing because it's joyful and it's almost silly. Now don't be offended. It's almost silly to pose a question because your energy is needed in this world, on this earth plane during these times. It is energies like yours that would comfort the collective and that would allow for others to not only feel safe to be heard, but it would allow for others to feel energized, encouraged, supported. You've got that going on for you. So, thank you for bringing that question to us today, because the only reason you are staying isolated is because of this incredible energy that you have. And deep down, you're afraid of that. It's almost like if others see and feel that purity, what would they say? What would they think? Would I be judged? Would they think that's really me? Would I be putting on an act? Well, we can tell you right now, that's you, Terry. But you've gotten so distant from it, alien from it, that it becomes unusual. You need to bring that back. You need to feel that. You don't need to go anywhere or do anything. It's around you. Tune into that in your meditation, in a movement meditation, in a practice. Tune into that energy. The more you tune into it, the more you're going to feel it, get used to it, and then it will grow because of your attention. We send you love and blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was very nice. Yeah, thank you so much. That's a nice feeling. I would like to know where I am right now in terms of my ascending process. How far or close am I from ascending at the moment? What is the most likely timing? Or time frame for my ascending. Okay. So, there is turbulence here. And what is this turbulence? Yeah, there's a not knowing happening here with you, Marku. Yes. So, before you do anything, you've got to iron out this turbulence, which is coming inside of your body. It's not in your energy field, meaning the outside of you, but it is happening in the vibrational body. Now, why is this happening? There's a not knowing, there's a confusion. There's a confusion going on in your life, Marku. So it's like, there's a back and forth, not knowing what to do, can't quite decide. Is this right for me? And even then my breath was cut off, so I couldn't fully inhale then. Give me a moment. Whew. So, the disturbance is a disruption in your ability to live, in your ability to feel the entirety of your life. So, what else is going on here? In order to ascend and to feel your own timing, you must get to the bottom of this inability of your present moment. Why? This lack of life is being cut short. The breath of life. What is hindering? What is getting in the way? Yes, there is something getting in the way here. So there is something that your heart wants, but the mind is saying something else. So there is conflict in the body. Now, in order to move forwards, you must bring the energy from the mind, from the head, all the way down. Give us a second. Where does this want to go? Where does this want to go? Where does it want to go? Okay, it's just shaking all the way down into the earth. So you must bring the energy that is harboring, that is festering, that is creating this. You see, I feel quite dizzy right now. It's causing confusion and it is disrupting clarity. Yes, there you go. So you must bring this energy down through your body into the earth. If you can go outside and sit outside, or even just walk outside and visualize that going into the earth, then you come back to your heart and feel what's true for you. But listening, there will be a voice in your heart, and that voice will iron out the confusion that's going on, the back and forth, tick, 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 tick. Uncertainty. So, clear that up, and then that is going to allow you to see when you can rise. So, in terms of time frame, Marku, it isn't clear, dear one. And it will not be clear because individuals until they iron out disruptions and disturbances, because it is of your own free will, it is of your own choice decision making. Now you can cross into any timeline right now because you are at the bridge, and this back and forth is the not knowing, it's the uncertainty, it's the conflict within. So as you are on the bridge, you could go either way, and there are multiple timelines laid out for you. So until you cross the bridge, then time frame will reveal itself. And we thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What shall I do to have a breakthrough in my career path that brings me fulfillment? How to get closer to my life purpose? What shall I do to have a breakthrough in my career path that brings me fulfillment? How to get closer to my life purpose? Let's see what we've got going on here. I'm not sure if you can see, my index finger is just making, let's say, an anxious movement. And let's just see here, as we come into that. You see, in your energy field, in the energy body around you, we can't help but to see and be shown the word addiction, 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 addiction. And as this word is just swirling around and moving around, moving around, moving around, moving around, moving around, moving around, there's a repetition, there's a wrongdoing happening. So it's coming into my stomach now. There's something going on with a wrongdoing in your life. And sometimes when we mention things like wrongdoings and addictions, the energy can be quite heavy, the energy can be quite contracting. It can make one contract because it takes a level of awareness and honesty with oneself, with what's going on in one's life. So just stay with us as we bring this through for you, because we're going to get to the bottom of it. You see, my feet are quite they don't quite want to be still. I kind of want to get out of here now. I don't really want to be in this space. I kind of want to just go somewhere else. Take me away from here. Take me away from here. And that is exactly what your energy is communicating with us. And why is that happening? Why is that happening? Because you feel like you should be somewhere now. You feel like you should be somewhere. And where you are now is not enough. Where you are now is not enough. It's not enough. And it won't be enough until you reach a certain place, you receive something that nods back at you that you are enough, that you've made it, you're in the right place, and that you can relax now, you can drop everything. But until then, you're not going to let it go. You won't let it go. So, what we would say for you, dear one, is that the breakthrough that's going to bring you closer to your purpose, to your fulfillment. You see, it's funny because your energy field is quite big. When we say it's quite big, it's like when someone's got a big energy field, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're strong and powerful, but it means when they step into a room, they will be noticed. People will see them. But you're not quite feeling that, you're not quite receiving that. So there is a disruption there from receiving. There you go, there's the heart doors of yours. Not quite being able to receive that which is yours, that which comes naturally for you, not for anyone else. You shut it off. There's a shutting of the flow of the stream that we call consciousness. This is a divine stream available for anyone at any time, anywhere. You are shutting this off yourself, dear one. And you're not letting it come into the heart. So what we suggest for you is that if you can come into your practice and even in your interactions and exchanges on a daily basis, when you come into those places, notice where your heart is in interactions and exchanges in your lines of communications. When things come to you, when opportunities arise, notice what the walls of your heart does. There is much, much more to come for you and in your life. But your current place, in your current place, there is a dwelling. There is a dwelling. You must move forth and out by noticing in your environment. Yes, when opportunity arises, because it does. We can see it. It's always around you. Okay? And we thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your stomach needs some care and attention. It is in a state of contraction. That's normally when we do this. It's normally when we feel unsafe again, like we've got to go back into survival because we won't be taken care of. There you go. There's a stream open now in this particular time. It's not going to be here forever, but this particular energy that is here with us, we recommend that everyone utilize this because it is quite unusual and it is coming from the stars. So if anyone is in need of healing, we recommend you to connect with that stream and to bring it into your body. And if you missed the transmission around this, then you can find it on the channel. It was the energy forecast that we did for you on Sunday. You can find it there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My relationship is falling apart. We've been together for 5 years, though it feels like a lifetime. I don't know what to do. Any advice? Welcome. Now, we've got to tell you that in these current times, all relationships are going through their own challenges. Many are going through utter turmoil. It's a season of make or break. So just bear that in mind. And you see, in this particular question, what we can feel immediately is that there is much more energy that can be opened from both of your heart spaces. There has been a disconnection at both of your navels, which often brings a melancholy, a sadness, a verge of breaking up. And when this connection begins to lose its strength, its elasticity, you lose the joy and the fun and love that you once had for one another, and it all becomes quite serious. It all becomes quite blaming, focusing on the negatives of another. And then you lose sight of what made you come together. And then you lose sight of the values that you both hold in the union, in your relationship. And then you also lose sight of appreciation, what you both bring into the energies of your relationship. And it feels like a lifetime because you have known each other more than this life. And it feels like a lifetime because you've become like the energy of siblings. If you lose touch for say 10, 20, 30 years and you reunited, you would pick up very easily, very comfortably, very smoothly where you left off. And the pain is time, lack of. Yes. You must set aside. When we say intimate time, this means where you face one another and you sit in each other's energy fields without any distractions, without any noise, TV, phones, children, etc., etc. You must sit in order for relationships, in order for energy fields to grow, in order for them to reach new heights, higher lights. Practices like sitting in one another's energy fields is a must. You see so many people, even in 2024, find this extremely uncomfortable. You can sit next to each other and focus on the TV. You can be in each other's space and have dinner. However, when it comes to sitting in close proximity, non-sexual, and just marveling, gazing at one another, and just noticing how you feel, noticing the vibrational body if you can, noticing if you look away and the discomfort it may bring. This kind of practice is a must for these times. It is how couples stay together. It reveals the truth of everything that is going on between you, cutting through any noise. There can be many, many breakthroughs. So, in the falling apart, depending on how much you can see a future with your spouse, depending on how much the energy in your body, in your heart, wants to continue in the co-creation, in the unconditional love, in the rising together. Depending on that, and instead of falling apart, you can seek to slowly invigorate and build one another back up, starting in the heart space and the practice that we suggested. And we thank you so much for bringing your question through. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Souls, and that is the end of today's Ask Maitreya Anything Wednesday session. I thank you all for coming in, for watching, for taking part, for being part of these transmissions. If you have any questions, please submit them in the comment section of this video. If you would like to share something on your heart, then again, just pop it in the comment section below. If you are a question asker, let me know how the answers that came through for you resonated with you. And we send you love and blessings until next time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep the questions coming, beautiful souls. Keep the questions coming, and we will see you next Wednesday.